Hello, my friends, and welcome. This is going to be an exciting month. There's a lot going on and a lot that I want to share with you. One of the things I want to share with you is the making of an Anne of Green Gables junk journal. The book that I'm showing you now was sent to me by JanetKay of Crafts and Tea with JanetKay. She had asked if I would create an Anne of Green Gables journal for her, and I said, well, yes, of course. So I wanted to mention that in doing that, I also created a digital kit, and I created that kit specifically because I was going to make this journal for her. And technically speaking, it's kind of an altered book. You can see here that I started with a new book, and right now I am disassembling it so that I can use parts from it. The parts of the book that I'm going to use are any pages that have pictures on them. I am going to use the book cover and, of course, the spine. Now, the journal is going to be much larger than this spine currently is. This spine's about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to fit all of the pages and pockets and tags and all that goodness into a 1-inch spine. So I've got to disassemble this and then basically put it back together differently. If you've never done this, it's not super difficult. Just get a razor tool, and you can find the, I guess, soft spots, if you will, if you just really take a minute to look at the construction of the book. Everything's put together with paper and glue and then hidden with more paper. And so if you can see how I'm just digging in through here and opening that up, it's really as simple as that. You can see the pages popped right out. For now, I'm going to set the book cover aside because I'm not ready to work with it yet. And I've got to go ahead and figure out how I can take apart the signatures. So I just peeled the piece off that had the bookmark in it. And now I've got to take a look at this, sort of investigate how these signatures are put together. They are put together with glue and thread, so I'm going to do the best that I can to go ahead and separate them. I've got them separated, and now I want to go ahead and share the kit with you. I wanted to be sure that I hit the mark when I created this digital kit. I felt that JanetKay had a certain vision in mind, and I just wanted to make sure that I was aware of it, leaning into it, while still having some creative freedom. I used a combination of digital art and also some authentic ephemera from Lucy Maud Montgomery's artist. In case you didn't know, Lucy Maud Montgomery is the author of Anne of Green Gables and many other books. I've just shown you the digital kit that I created, and now I'm going to flip those pages over and I'm going to show you the opposite side. And these are the scrapbook pages that I printed the digital kit out on. So these will be going in the journal as well. On one of the pages that I actually pulled out of the book, I went ahead and printed a page from the digital kit on it. I wanted to be sure to capture the spirit of Anne while I created this journal. Anne, of course, is the main character in this storyline. She is a very intelligent girl. She loves to read. She loves to be outside. So I decided I wanted to use this napkin and put this on the book page. The napkin has flowers on it, and it's got a bird's nest, and just seeing the napkin and knowing the character, you would know that she would love it. This is right up her alley. So I wanted to add that to the book page. You will notice that I did not coffee dye the pages, and I went back and forth with myself on this. Should I coffee dye them? Should I not coffee dye them? And it took me quite a while to make my final decision. And there's a couple of reasons that I decided not to coffee dye the pages. Mainly, it was because when I think about the Anne story and I think about the visual things that I know from it, like they live in a white farmhouse, there's a white picket fence. They live in Canada, it snows there. So there's white in the story, like there's the color white in the story. And so that was one of the main reasons I didn't coffee dye the pages. Also, Janet Kay likes shabby chic. And when we think of shabby chic, we don't think of antique necessarily. We do, but not in the grungy sense. And coffee dyeing is really to make something look aged and grungy. And I just wanted the shabby chic look, which is cleaner. It's a cleaner look. So those are the two main reasons why I did not coffee dye the pages of the book that I'm using. Later on, you will see some inking, but I didn't get crazy with dark inking and uber amounts of it. I did use some brown. I ended up using some blue, kind of the tealish blue, maybe a little bit of pink, not a ton of pink. But I didn't want it to look, again, too antique, but yet the story is set in the early 1900s, so we want to have an aged look, but I didn't want it to be grungy at all. Janet Kay had sent me some goodies to use in this journal, and I'll try to make sure that I point out which ones those are. I used about 98% of what she sent me, except for all of the book pages. I only used some of those, not all of those. But at any rate, this paper that you see me working with that I tore in half and I'm getting ready to ink, she sent me that in Happy Mail. It wasn't specifically for the book, but it's so pretty, and I thought it would work perfectly in the book because it does have a vintage look to it. And here it is adhered to the page. Now there was a little edge. I didn't get the paper perfectly up to the edge, so I'm just going over that with some green ink from a marker just to fill that in a little bit. Now I'm going to grab my brown ink and I'm going to go all the way around the edges. I really like the combination of the bright white pages, yet with the aged look of the torn paper that I put on there, and then that little bit of inking. It makes for a really nice contrast. I recently picked up this bronze color marker, and so I'm going to go around the edges with it. So I started with the brown ink. I don't think it's espresso, but it's something like that. And then I'm going over those edges with the bronze marker, and I think that's a really nice combination. I love that look so much that I'm going to go ahead and do that again on another page. I'm starting with a lighter color palette though for this one. While I'm working on that, I'm just going to let you know I think I'm going to have 3 or 4 videos in this series. And also this month, I'll be sharing a collaboration that I am doing with my friend Carol of Carol's Recrafted Boutique. She and I are doing the collaboration that we are calling the Grungy Haunted Mansion collaboration. Actually, Grungy Haunted Mansion Junk Journal collab. And we are using a kit that she created. It is her Shabby Grunge kit, or Grungy Shabby, something like that. And Shabby Grunge, I think it's Shabby Grunge kit. And then I'm using my kit that I created called the Haunted Mansion. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Both of us are going to be sharing our videos on each Monday of the month of September. I will have that journal up for sale. If you like Halloween journals, you might be interested in it. So keep your eyes open for my Etsy shop, because once I get the journal done, I'll go ahead and list it, and it will definitely be done before our last videos go out on that last Monday of September. I'm very excited to be working on that project. It's sort of getting me in the fall spirit, which is really nice. Our temperatures are still really warm down here in Florida, so we can't get into the fall spirit simply based on the temperatures because it's just not going to happen. So doing the project, I think, is really going to get me there, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm definitely looking forward to a change in the weather. You can see here that I am enjoying this technique so much that I'm doing it once again. Now this time I tore the paper in such a way that I am not covering as much of the words from the book page. If you're a fan of Anne of Green Gables and you want to make your own journal, check out my digital kit. Also, I'd like to mention that one of my design team members, BB of BB's Closet Creations, she is going to be using this kit for her September design team project, and I am really looking forward to seeing what she does with it. Friends, I want to thank you so much for coming over and spending some time with me today. Keep your eyes peeled for the next Anne of Green Gables video. It'll be coming out soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.